100% sure what it is, so I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you, Johanna. And thank you, everyone listening, whether live or by the podcast or on video. This is being videoed as well, I think, for social media. Welcome, and I hope you're having a great week. It's been a crazy 2020, hadn't it? Probably the most remarkable year in most of our lives. I've never certainly seen anything like it. Probably the video that we did for this week is about Trilogy and the Q3 technology. I've been doing a podcast, a weekly informational program for, I think it's about 16 years now. I'm not sure exactly, but it's something around that. And in 16 years, we've never one time done a sales thing. In fact, that's why we started doing it, is to do something just to help people without any sales or money attached to it. And we have stuck to that. And I sort of broke that this one time for the teaching on YouTube about Trilogy and the Q3 technology. But I need you to understand the reason. Over the months and even a couple of years now, I've had several people contact me and say, hey, it's great that, you're doing this thing where you don't sell anything, but for your own wife, the spiritual principles were not enough for her. She had to have the healing codes before her depression was healed. And then I've had a number of other people who have reminded me of that and also said that that was the truth for them, that they try to live by the spiritual principles, but they needed Trilogy in order to heal their anxiety or health problem or whatever it was. So after a whole lot of prayer and not still really feeling great about it, the last teaching was on Trilogy and the Q3 technology. Now, Trilogy comes out of the spiritual root, absolutely, for sure. The 12 categories that were also the 12 categories of the healing codes are all spiritual. Love or self-interest, joy or sadness and depression, peace or anxiety, fear, worry, anger, or patience, etc. Those are all spiritual issues. And those are the things that the healing codes and now Trilogy, that's what they work on. And that's how you find which Trilogy to do, is to determine, okay, which category is my issue in? And if it's in the peace category, maybe I have a gastrointestinal issue or something, which I believe is also the peace category, then that's the Trilogy, the custom Trilogy that I do to heal the roots of that gastrointestinal issue. Or if I have skin problems, I would do the joy category, because that's where skin problems are, and they're usually related to sadness and depression. So they for sure grow out of a spiritual root. And then the Q3 technology that was developed primarily by Mike Flint, from day one, that was a spiritual thing for him. He wanted to help children. He saw the explosion of these childhood illnesses like autism and diabetes and ADD and ADHD and dyslexia that, decades ago was one person in thousands, and today a lot of them are like 1 in 15 or 1 in 10 or 1 in 100 or something like that. And then he went to the FCC, the Federal Communication Commission, and got their statistics on the rise of cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all of that. And the two sets of statistics matched. They overlaid each other. The rise in these childhood illnesses matched the rise in cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. So more than 12 years ago, Mike started kind of on a spiritual quest to try to find something that could help protect children from those, what he calls environmental pollutants, and was successful at that. And it was just by accident that he discovered through medical tests that it does a whole lot more than that, that it changes the quality of your blood instantly, it changes your blood flow instantly. For over 80% of people, 30 minutes after they put on the Q3 technology, their stress is gone. For a lot of people, it increases their hydration without them drinking any more water. It increases their muscle mass and decreases body fat. For a significant percentage, it decreases their biological age as soon as they put the Q3 technology on. So, and I believe the reason for that is because it was a spiritual thing for him. It was never about the money. So that was the last recording that we did, and the one that is posted, it's the first one in the Spiritual Laws section of the YouTube channel. And so I did feel a little weird doing that. First time in 16 years I've done it. I do not plan to do it again. But it is true, very true, in fact it's true of my own wife, that for some people the spiritual principles are not enough. They need a tool. They need something to kind of boost them over the hill, if you will. So that was the one for this week, Johanna.
Okay, wonderful. Well, so let's see. If anyone on the call or on the web has a question for Alex regarding any of this,
or anything else. It doesn't have to be about that. It can be about the Black Lives Matter. The next issue that we're doing in Deep Water that should be out next week is gender issues. So if you want to get a jump on that and chime in on gender issues, feel free.
okay, so the lines, if you would like to communicate with Alex and discuss any of this or anything, as you said, star 2 on your phone is going to raise your hand, star 2. And if you're online, you can type in your question and I will read it to Alex so that he can address it. So again, anyone on the phone, star 2 is going to raise your hand and be able to interact with Alex. Second. Don't see anyone yet, Alex. Hold on. I'm checking on the web.
All right.
Okay. It doesn't look like we have any hands up today, Alex.
Okay, well, remember next week is going to be gender issues, and in Deep Water we're trying to address controversial subjects, traumatic subjects, subjects where about things in life that get us stuck, that we don't know the right thing to do. And again, I'm not saying I've got the answers. I'm trying to start the discussion, and let's discuss it together. So, and also remember, you can email us a question. We'll answer it on this program, post the recording, and you can listen to that whenever you like. So, I hope everyone has a beautiful week, and I love you, Johanna. That's it for me.